Hello everyone, my name is Ray Putra Pradipta with my last 3 digit of NPM is 088, and in this video I will talk about chapter 8. It is about outsourcing and human resource management. But before we jump into the material, here are the table of content of the presentation. The first one is introduction, second conceptualizing outsourcing, third employment restructuring and the outsourcing decision, fourth coordination of HRM across organization boundaries, fifth, the outsourcing of part of the HR function, sixth, the study case, and seven, conclusion. Okay, so the first one is introduction. In recent years, outsourcing has grown in scale, scope, and geographical reach due to advances in transportation and communication technologies, increased market competition, management trend, and global trade liberalization. While outsourcing has dominated, there are also trends of firms bringing work back in-house due to risk and quality concern. This trend poses challenge of human resource management, including adjusting employee during transaction, coordinating across organization, and outsourcing HR function. National institutions shape firms' strategic choice in outsourcing, highlighting the intersection of globalization and national context. Okay, move on to the second material, conceptualizing outsourcing. The decision to outsource work has three distinct dimensions. The first one is where to carry out activity, inside or outside the firm, referred to as insourcing versus outsourcing. The second one are what to outsource, either workers or activity, categorized as primary or support activity. Third one are the location of outsources, operation, historically domestic, but now extending nationally and internationally, known as offshoring when crossing international boundaries. Okay, move on into the next material. It is about employment restructuring and the outsourcing decision. HRM challenge in outsourcing involve deciding whether to transfer or dismiss employees by moving activity out of the core organization. Companies can establish a subsidiary using a third-party subcontractor or initiate a joint venture. Managers must choose between dismissing the workforce or transferring them. Retaining staff during outsourcing could help to transfer firm-specific knowledge, but may conflict with cost-saving measures. From an employee perspective, transferring to a new employer is preferable to lay off, but it can disrupt career path and affect morale. Choosing an intermediate organization form like a subsidiary or joint venture can provide continuity in management and reduce disruption to employees. National context influence the cost of benefits of these choices. Two institutions at the national level are particularly important in this respect. The first one is transfer of undertaking legislation. Laws regarding employee rights during the transfer of undertaking vary significantly across countries. In the US, employee protection during outsourcing is minimal, while in Japan, labor contract succession law allows employee to transfer to a separate company in a specific instance. In the Europe, acquired right directive ensures robust employee rights during ownership transfer, including pervasive collective agreement and consulting employee representative. However, protection level vary among Europe states. For instance, in the United Kingdom, legislation offers particular safeguards, while the Netherlands mandates consultation with the Work Council and union during transfer. These differences impact worker involvement in restructuring and the cost advantage for employee. The second one are industrial relation system. National industrial relation system influence outsourcing decision in several ways. The first one, negotiation and consultation right affect employee participation in structuring decision with stronger representation right in some European countries. Second, the bargaining power of trade union influence job security, provision, and workers' ability to contest outsourcing decision. Third, differences in bargaining conventions and labor market regulation affect the cost differentials between in-house and outsourced workforce, influencing outsourcing incentive. And the last one is union strategies can vary from strategic campaign to organization subcontractors, impacting outsourcing decision and labor market dynamic. Additionally, international outsourcing within the Europe has created challenge for labor unions, particularly regarding the employment rights of posted workers and the enforcement of labor standard. Okay, move on to the fourth material. It is about coordination of SRM across organizational boundaries. A further set of SRM challenges associated with outsourcing concern the coordination of management decisions and processes between organizations. The following areas of HRM tend to be the focus of coordination effort. The first one are employee selection and skill development. Client may aim to set uniform standards for employee qualification and training among subcontractors, especially for skilled roles or customer-facing service. The second one are work design. Client may promote common work design principles like team collaboration, participation initiative, and shared procedures, especially when employees collaborate across organizations or when the lead firm prioritize specific work organization principles. The third one are scheduling and flexibility. Client often require suppliers to be flexible in adjusting production volume quickly, impacting scheduling practices and necessitating greater employee scheduling flexibility. The fourth one are performance management. Platform may align incentive to encourage shared goals like achieving sales or performance target, often utilizing monitoring practices to track individual and group performance to ensure standards are met. Okay, move on into the fifth material. It is about the outsourcing of part of the HR function. HR outsourcing, driven by factors like cost reduction and technological advantage, has become common. It involves from delegating HR function to specialized consultant or technology providers or engaging large global providers. The global market for HR outsourcing exceeds to $50 billion and it's expanding. While some countries prefer to keep HR in-house, outsourcing is becoming more prevalent across sectors. Firms with pros like cost reduction and access to better technology against cons like loss of control and moral issues. They typically outsource transactional tasks while keeping strategical function in the house. However, there are gray areas where outsourcing benefits are less clear, requiring careful consideration and contractual agreement. Managers choose between integrating HR function before outsourcing or letting providers transfer them. Establishing shared service centers or SSCS is common, allowing for better standardization and cost saving. Firms will decide whether to outsource HR regionally or globally based on factors like centralization and previous shared service initiative. Okay, so move on into the study case. It is about the outsourcing of HRM by P&G and Unilever. The study case studies examine the outsourcing strategies of two major companies in the consumer goods industries, that is Procter & Gamble or P&G and Unilever. Both companies needed to streamline their operation and increase efficiency. Before outsourcing HR service to IBM, P&G chose a more centralized approach by establishing a Global Shared Service Center or GBS. With a more decentralized structure, Unilever established a regional shared service center before eventually outsourcing its talent to Accenture. Despite the initial challenge, both companies continued outsourcing after the initial contract ended. P&G moved to Capita and Unilever partnered with his Accenture to focus on improving aspects of recruitment and talent management. Okay, so the last one is conclusion. Outsourcing is an important aspect of HRM strategy for domestic and international companies. Companies have a variety of outsourcing options, but their decisions are often driven by institutional constraints. Despite this limitation, companies may find ways around them. The outsourcing trend is contributing to both the standardization and fragmentation of wage and conditions across countries. It could undermine collective bargaining institutions or force concession from workers, but it also leads to increased fragmentation between internal and external workplace. Overall, outsourcing remains a controversial area. Corporate strategy influenced by the interests of various stakeholders. It focuses on the political dynamic of decision-making and emphasizes the importance of managing outsourcing process and their impact on employees in international human resource management. Okay, maybe that's all the explanation for this chapter from me. Thank you so much for your attention. Have a good day. Goodbye.